Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. And welcome to the first homework that we're going to have for this Introduction to Calligraphy series. I want you to think about this upcoming holiday. And the project is going to be Valentine's Day. Now, even if you don't have a special someone that's in your life that you may want to give a Valentine's Day letter to, I encourage everyone even to make one for yourself. Now, you can do this in many ways. You can write yourself a little letter, or you can make yourself a little project. So I'm going to encourage everyone to make some homemade Valentines like these instead of going out to the store and buying them, because how much time and effort does making something that's homemade, you know, like a Valentine's Day card, how much would it mean to someone if it was handmade? These are just some of the ones that I've made over the couple of years that I've been doing, you know, making these swatch cards. And I make them, and then I leave the backs open so that way I can send them in a letter or give them to my roommates or whomever. So today we're going to make some Valentine's Day cards with this here piece of watercolor paper. I'm just going to take my face off here so we can see. Now, this is a 12 inches by 9-inch piece of watercolor paper. I'm gonna have this. Put some lines so we kind of know. Alright, and then it is 9 inches thick, 4.5. 4.5. Okay, that's about even. And you can tell if it's even if you take and you turn it upside down, if it still looks even. Okay, now you might see some little blobs going on here. That's fine. It just gives paper a little bit of character. And I won't be actually giving these ones away because I've written on the back of it. But this is just to give you guys an idea. So I'm going to do the Nick Stewart technique on these to give them a little bit of color. And I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some water for this experiment. All you need is some water, and a little brush, some ink. Today we're going to go with, oh no, we're not going to use that one. we're gonna do Andy Warhol Pop Art Purple. Just for, actually, you know what? We're gonna use Monteverde Valentine Red. It is Valentine's Day after all, so let me see. What else do I need? What else do I need? I need some other water brushes. There's hardly any water left in that one. It's fine. We'll just all right. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn this over and we're going to paint the back of the watercolor paper. Why are we painting the back of the watercolor paper? Because the watercolor paper will bow. Okay. We want the anti. So I'm going to just sit here for a second, and you will begin to see, you can't see, but you will begin to see that the paper is starting to bow. Okay? Scientifically, Alexa, stop. Scientifically, I don't know why this happens, but I know that it does happen, and you have to kind of paint on the back side of it in order to keep it from bending one way or the other. Now if I could just find the paper that I was looking for. Here we are. Put some acetate down, and then you'll take your ink brush and you will put some ink, some water down on the paper, and this will flatten out the paper again because it will be moving in the opposite direction. Okay, make sure it's nice and good and wet. Okay, nice, good, wet. You should be able to practically see a pool of water. And then you're going to take a brush. We're going to use this one just for giggles. And we're going to dip it in the ink. I'm going to dip it in the ink. Make sure it's good and saturated all the way up to the finial. And then we're going to drag it through the water. You're going to want to do this a couple of times so it has more ink in it. Now you can do one of a couple of things. I'm going to make a heart shape. In mine. Okay. And that will feather out really nicely. Hopefully it won't get super crazy looking. But that is basically how you do this Nick Stewart technique. We're going to move over just a little bit. And we're going to do the same thing to this one. We're just going to make a couple of these because 'tis the season. Now, if you find that your ink is doing this type of a thing, lay down a couple of dots of water, let it sit for a moment, and then take a piece of paper towel, toilet paper, and just dab it up. Just dab it up, and it should go away. Okay? Then you can continue with your little project. Okay? Make sure you get a good puddle going. And if you find that it's looping out a little too much than you'd like, just dab it up. Okay. You may want to use different brushes for different things. Okay. Sometimes you'll find that it doesn't want to move. If you want to move your brush through the water bits to kind of get it to move a little bit, sometimes that helps. Okay. Like I said, if you find that it's moving a little too much, you can wad up a little piece of paper and just kind of dab up the water if you think it's moving too far. Sometimes it happens. If you can't really get a good angle on the... Hi Trisha, how are you? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day. We're doing a little art today. We're doing a project. Do you have a Valentine? Well, you can be my Valentine. How's that? So we're just making a little bit of art around here. We're going to make some Valentines, homemade Valentines. Those are always the best kind. '71 and sunny. Oh, nice. Do I have your address, Trisha? I'm sure I do somewhere. Well, if I don't, you'll send me a message with your mailing address, and I can send you one of these. Oh, I explained this at the beginning of the lesson, but these are kind of pre-written on, so I just thought I'd let you know that. This one got a little blobby, but these ones look all right. You're welcome. Alright, well, I'm going to put these over here to marinate and dry. I'm going to make some more. These have already been pre-written on, so these are going to be hand-delivered or have to be put in a package of some sort, because I will figure it out. I'll probably put a sticker label over the back side. Otherwise, to the post office, it's going to look like a crazy person, which isn't completely off the course, but I'm going to do this because I think this will be faster if I just kind of bloop. Okay. See how it's bending up? Hope you can't see it. See how it's bending up all by itself? That's what happens when you use watercolor paper. It tends to want to bend up on you. That is why we put the water on the back side of the paper, so that when we turn it over and we put water on the other side of the paper, that it will lay flat. I'm going to wipe this off so it doesn't get too crazy. I'm going to flip it over. Okay. And then I'm going to put water on this side of the paper. Registration confirmed for the recently registered. Updates COVID vaccine. Oh, cool. I have to get that one done. See now, watch, it's going to lay down. See, it's laying down. Oh, crap, I can't even see. Damn it. See how it's starting to lay down? After putting some water on it, it's relaxing. See, water it relaxes everything. If you're having a stressful day, have some water. Alright, I think it's ready now. It's a little wet still. Just move the water around equally. So let's see, is it distribute equally, pretty equally? Okay, you can kind of see, oh, there's a dry spot. You can see where the dry spots are. Gotta manipulate your eyes so that way you can see where all of the dry spots are, or all of the wet spots for that matter. You don't want it soaking wet, but you want it wet enough that the ink will travel. So, all right, here we go. Now, if you have, say, an eyedropper, you don't think it's moving very much, you could take a little eyedropper water and just kind of give it some encouragement. There it goes. It's flowing now. Oh, this one's starting to creep up into this land. Take a little bit of toilet paper towels. Give it a little zhuzh. It must be getting cold outside. My heater just turned on. It's been getting colder sooner and sooner here. That's okay. All right, well, these look like they are going to be just about as blobby as they can be. So I'm going to put these over here to marinate. Let's take a look at the ones that have already dried. See, that wasn't very long, and they made really pretty patterns. If you don't like where your patterns are, you can go back and just give them a little touch-up. Maybe that one wasn't completely dry, but if you find that they're not being cooperative, you can always give them a little zhuzh. Okay, but these ones seem to be pretty dry. So then you can go down here or up here and you can write Isn't that pretty? And then after everything is all dried and stuff, you can, on the back of it, if you use watercolor paper that hasn't been written on, of course, you can put address and a little stamp on there and mail it off to your Valentine. Isn't that nice? So this is the little project that I want you guys to start if you haven't done one already. And you don't even have to have fountain pen ink or colored paper or anything. Just make a nice little, make a sticky note with a little I love you or just a little something on it, and then share it with the class. Okay. And then we're gonna share these on Instagram with the hashtag Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. And if you are doing the Valentine's Day project, you can @ me at Marilyn Darling. Don't forget the hashtag and @ me so you can get credit for the project. And hopefully you will send this to your Valentine. Well, that is all for today. I look forward to seeing your replies on Instagram. You can also @ me. I just did something with my phone. You can also @ me on Twitter if you want to. Let me see, what is my Twitter handle? It's been a minute. It's at Miss Marilyn D. Okay. That is all for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you. Bye.